All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we are talking about something kinda crazy. A brand new AI just dropped seemingly out of thin air, and honestly, the results are, well, they're blowing people's minds.
Okay, let's just start with this. A pretty huge claim from our source, right? We might be looking at the Photoshop killer. Whoa, is this really the end of digital editing as we know it? Because this new, completely anonymous AI, it really could change the game for creators everywhere.
Okay, first up, this mysterious new AI. So what is this thing? It just appeared. No big announcement, no press release, nothing. And it's called Nano Banana.
So what exactly is Nano Banana? Well, think of it as a new text-to-image and editing model. You type in what you want to see, and it creates a super realistic image. Yeah, kind of like Midjourney or DALL-E, but as you'll see, it's got some new tricks up its sleeve that put it in a whole different league. It's already being seen as a direct competitor to really established models like Flux Context. But here's the kicker. Where did it come from? Seriously, nobody knows. And that's what makes this so interesting, right? The AI community is just buzzing, trying to figure out who's behind this thing.
And you know, the theories are flying. Could it be a secret Google project? Are they testing their next big thing on the quiet? Or maybe it's connected to another model, something called Quinimage. Or hey, maybe it's just some unknown developer running a test before they go public. Nobody knows for sure.
All right, section 2, the consistency breakthrough.
So why all the hype? What makes this thing so special? Well, it all comes down to its power to solve one of the biggest, most frustrating problems for AI image models for years, and that's character consistency.
And our source was just blown away. They literally said, the consistency here is next level, the best I have seen. We're talking about the ability to keep a character looking exactly the same across totally different images. That is a huge deal.
So check this out. You can generate a character, right? Let's say a girl smiling. Then you just change the prompts to girl screaming, and boom, the emotion changes perfectly. But the face, the actual person, stays exactly the same. It's still her.
And it gets better. You can even change big things, like her hairstyle or color. And somehow, the AI just knows how to keep her looking like the same person. It's wild. That kind of intuitive detail is just next level.
You can also play with the environment. Put that same character in totally different lighting, from bright sunlight to a dark room, and it just works. The consistency is still there. And this is where it all comes together. You can literally pick that character up from one scene and drop them into a completely new background, and they still look exactly like themselves. For an AI model, that's a gigantic leap forward. It's like it finally understands what a person is.
Okay, so character consistency is one thing. But what about editing? This is section 3, editing beyond imagination. Because it's not just about creating new stuff. The way this thing edits images with just text, it's producing some results that are frankly hard to believe.
Let's put it head-to-head with a pretty strong competitor, Flux Context. You can see right away, for something like changing hair color, the results from Nano Banana are just uncanny. It's also amazing at other things, like if you give it half a face, it fills in the rest with scary realism. Or you can take a product and just tell it to put it in a new scene, and it does it perfectly.
But honestly, this next part might be the biggest deal of all. The quote says it all. We might have our first model that does not distort the text. Think about that. For years, AI has been terrible at text. It just creates that weird, garbled nonsense. But Nano Banana? If you ask for a label on a bottle, the text is perfect, crisp, legible. That is a huge, huge win.
Right. Section 4, the blind test challenge. At this point, you're probably thinking, okay, I gotta try this thing. And you can, but there's a catch. You can't just go to a website and pick Nano Banana from a list. It's only available on this platform called LM Arena, and the whole idea behind this site is blind testing. It shows you two images side by side from two different AIs, but it doesn't tell you which is which. It's all about getting your honest, unbiased opinion.
So here's how it works. It's actually super simple. First, you type in your prompt, whatever you want to see. The site gives you two pictures from two different models. You just look at them and pick the one you like better. That's it. And then, after you've picked your winner, it tells you which model made it. And sometimes that model is Nano Banana.
And here's the really smart part. The more you pick Nano Banana's images, the more the platform learns that you like it. So it starts showing it to you more often. It's this really cool natural feedback loop where the best model just sort of rises to the top on its own.
Okay, so what's next for AI? That's our final section. Because all of this, right, the mystery, the raw power of this model, this weird blind test release, it really makes you wonder where all of this is going.
So, is this it? Or is this just a quiet test run for something much bigger? I mean, given how good this thing already is, it just doesn't feel like a finished product. It feels more like a public beta test, like they're gathering all this unbiased data before some massive official launch.
Ultimately, it comes down to this quote: "The real magic of AI is how it empowers you to create without limits." So let's go back to that first question. Is Nano Banana the Photoshop killer? Maybe not today. But a tool like this, it's about what it lets you do. It's about taking away the limits. And with its crazy ability to understand characters, context, and even text, well, it shows a fundamental shift is happening. The real question isn't if AI will change creative work anymore. It's how fast do we have to be to keep up when the next secret model just drops out of the sky?